Hey YouTube, let's review a John Varvatos fragrance. Now, John Varvatos hasn't been in the game for that long, 6 years in, have released only 5 fragrances for men. Now, the John Varvatos fragrance I'm reviewing today is actually their most underrated, the one that's more hush hush. Not a lot of people own it, not a lot of people have reviewed it on YouTube, so I'm really excited about reviewing this fragrance. Now, this is my first bottle from this fragrance house. I purchased it 6 to 8 months ago. And when I was looking into this fragrance house, I wanted something different, and this one fits the bill. It kind of reminds me of that Burberry London kind of festive type of fragrance, definitely in that realm. So, let's take a look at this fragrance. First of all, the bottle, the presentation. Here it is, guys. Brown bottle, and it's got a leather strap around it. You can see that they glued it together there. Kind of snakeskin type of feel to it. So, that's the bottle. And the box, very nicely done. Attention to detail, as you can see. They got the snakeskin box going. So this fragrance, I'll tell you right now, the fragrance itself, the juice does not disappoint. I'll tell you, it's top notch. It does what I wanted it to do. It's very syrupy, dark, festive type of fragrance. So it does the job very well. From top to bottom, no complaints. The only thing that I found about this fragrance is I have longevity problems. And longevity, kind of important to me because really it makes it not versatile at all. Basically, you need to know, okay, I'm going to wear this, and it's only going to last me 3 to 4 hours, so I got to wear it just for this type of situation. If I'm out for 3 to 4 hours, perfect. Any longer, not gonna jive. This one, 3 to 6 hours on my skin, and that's really pushing it. I'm pushing the envelope saying that it's 3 to 6 hours on my skin. I've tried everything. I've tried in different seasons. I've tried it evening. I've tried it in the daytime. I've tried it inside, outside, at the mall, bowling. I've tried applying it different ways, and it just longevity problems. It definitely would have gave Burberry London its run for its money if the longevity would have been there. Some people do get like 10 plus hours with this thing, and you guys are definitely lucky because I can't do that even if I apply the whole bottle on myself. So let's get to the review, and I'll tell you guys how good the juice is and what's the pros and the cons. So first of all, let's take a look at the shopping cart. What type of bottle sizes we got? We got the 2.5 and the 4.2 ounce. So kind of strange bottle sizes. You'd be looking around $50 to $70 retail. Now, you can go online and get this at a cheaper rate. I've seen a bottle kicking around for $30, $40. So definitely shop around before paying retail. It hit the shelves in 2006. A group, Woody Sheep actually. Parfumiers Rodrigo Flores Roux, which actually made other John Varvatos, namely Artisan, the original John Varvatos. Recommended age, I really thought this was going to be, set up for older gentlemen, which is a more mature fragrance than the original. So anybody really 25 and up would pull this off really well. I could see somebody in their, late 20s pulling this off really, really well. Now, how many sprays and where? Well, really, I just go one on the chest, one on the neck, one on each arm or each wrist, whatever your take is. That would be the best way to spray this fragrance. That's where I got the most success with. So, especially one on the neck. I tried 2 on the neck, and just the beginning of it was really cloying, like really bad. Notes, top notes, Sandalina, rhubarb, white lavender. Middle notes, balsam fire, jasmine, cinnamon leaves. And the base, tonka bean, tobacco, suede, and patchouli. So with those notes, I'm like, all right, let's get to it. I really like those notes, especially the cinnamon leaves. And if you guys remember my video, my unboxing, I was looking for a cinnamon fragrance. This one has it. I should have just kept this one. So let's get into the fragrance. Let's see what we got. Now it opens up. Well, first of all, everybody that owns John Varvatos wants to know, is vintage like the original? Kinda, sorta, not really. It's kind of similar, but it's definitely more mature take on it. So Right off the bat, I get some fruit like a red berry, dried strawberry, rhubarb type of feel to it. It's trying to find its spot between the woods and the spice right off the bat. So it's definitely a loud scent right off the bat. The dried strawberries, rhubarb type of feel grows during the dry down. It takes over the whole fragrance for some parts, mixes with that creamy lavender. Now, once that settles down, there's still some berry in the background, but it's spicy, almost suede-like, almost like it's like on a warm leather background. That's on the platter, and then you're putting some spice on top of the leather, with a little bit of subtle smokiness. It kind of reminds me of apple cider meets pumpkin pie. So, when I said this is, one of those things for Thanksgiving or Christmas, kind of like Burberry Londonish, that's what I'm talking about. Now, vintage is probably the edgiest of the John Varvatos line, definitely the darkest, more for the older crowd, really. Why would you hate this fragrance? Well, too much spice. The cinnamon might be just a little too much for some people. I know a lot of people that actually can't stand Burberry London. So if you don't like Burberry London, good chance you're not going to like this at all. One word to describe this fragrance would have to be spice. Definitely there's some spice there. Bottles. If you own the original John Varvatos, or you own Michael for Men by Michael Kors, or of course Burberry London, you might want to check this out. It's around the same realm. Buy, try, or pass. This would have been a definite buy if it would have lasted just a couple more hours. That's all I ask. It's a great scent. It's just longevity is just terrible. So it's a definite try. Give it a try. It might surprise you and last a little longer than it did on me. If it does, great. It's a great scent. But I definitely need to put this in the try section. Now, when I close my eyes, this fragrance reminds me of what? This is a card game fragrance. Like being at the poker table with the boys, you got your drink, and you got your cigar, and you're just talking sports, you're talking women, you're talking cars. That's it. This is that type of, smoking card game type of feel to it. So definitely a good fragrance. High quality fragrance, not synthetic at all. Very, very nice, balanced very well. Totally recommend it. If it lasts on your skin, great. Now, before we get to the rating system, I'll let you guys know, I like to do a little preview. Since we've talked so much about Burberry London, well, I talked about Burberry London in this review, I decided, hey, I haven't even reviewed London. So this one's next. So we're going to have the same kind of review going on, but this one's going to get a little higher marks. So look out for that. Burberry London is next on the slate. And let's get to the rating system, see how John Varvatos Vintage stacks up to the rest. All right, guys, let's rate John Varvatos Vintage. Now, longevity, this is where this one loses a lot of marks. It's got 4 out of 10. Like I said earlier, 3 to 6 hours at most. Most of the time, I get 3 to 4 hours, and then it's done. So terrible longevity. Projection, 7 out of 10. While it lasts, it does fairly good, especially in the opening. It definitely, a lot of people know that you're in the building. Versatility, 6 out of 10. It lost a lot of marks because of the longevity, so the versatility, not too good. You can't wear it at the office because it won't last. Unless you bring a little decant with you, and then you can spray during lunchtime, coffee breaks. So 6 out of 10, not very versatile. I'd just wear it in the evening, in the fall, and in the winter. Overall smell, gets a 10 out of 10. It pulls off that cinnamon spice, Burberry London look very, very well. Overall, this bottle gets 6 out of 10 bottles. Look elsewhere, namely Burberry London, for that type of spice.